Okay. So for the next class, we will be like discussing this part first of all. I am skipping this part today. Reason being, I want you guys to like first of all have a look at formatting. Then we will be discussing this. Any doubts in the formatting part till now? The formats for numbers, the conditional formatting part. Any questions in these parts?
No, sir. All is clear.
Okay. So next part is for the simpler functions. So as the name of the sheet suggests, the simple function is I am having like noise from someone. Okay. So as the name suggests, simple functions are basically the functions which you will be like using very frequently in your day-to-day life. So the simplest of the functions which you will be using is sum, count, average, maximum, minimum, and count A. So first of all, do I need to explain the functions sum, count, average, minimum, and maximum? What do they mean? Then I'll just tell you how we can use them in Excel. Okay, I'll take that as no. So I'll just take you through. So what sum does is sum will basically sum all the values which we are selecting. So to apply a function of sum or any of the functions, we will first like go to a cell. Then to initialize a function, first of all, we will be clicking on is equal to function. Then write that function. At the moment we know we are using a sum function, we will just write sum. Here we will be having a syntax. So what it shows us, the syntax is something like number one comma number two, number three, and so on. And it will be summing all the values. So one thing which we can do here is select one, then two, then three, something like this can be done, which is like a cumbersome task. The second thing which we can do is we can just select all the values which we want to sum and then close the bracket. It will do the sum of all the values which we have selected. Next is count. So count function just counts the number of numerical values which are present in our selection. So a simple example for this is I have used the count function here for two selections. First is for this. The count 8 is for this selection. Okay. So here in Tata Steel, we can see that I have like entered two values which are alphabetical, alpha and beta, let's say. Since these are alphabetical values, the count is now not taking them as numerical format and it is not returning the count for them. So as per count, we have only 6 values present here, which are numerical. Did you got the count function and sum function?
Sir, repeat the count function.
Okay. So count function only counts the number of the numericals which are present or the numeric format numbers which are present in our selection. So I'll just show you the syntax too. Let's say we want to use count. I'll start with is equal to symbol, then write count. So once I like come to count, a simple definition also comes here. Counts the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. So numbers are something on which we can like use some sort of formula of addition, subtraction, division. Those are like you can say numbers. So to show you a comparison between two values, what happens if we use count on alphabetical column as well as on numerical column? To show you the difference, what I've done here is taken the count first of all for this part only here, and here I have taken the count for all the values which are present under Reliance. In Reliance, all the 8 values which are present, all are numerical. So the count has come to be 8. Similarly, in Tata Steel, we have two alphabetical values. So the count returned is 6. Did you got it now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now the next function is average function. So average is basically sum divided by the total count of the values which is present in mathematical format. And for using average, what we have to do is basically write the average and then again make the selections. So once I do this, it will be like summing and dividing the count of values which are present here. That is just basically the average. So Max, did you got the average function?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay. Next is maximum function. So as the name suggests, maximum will return us the maximum numerical number which is present between all the selections of numbers. So here again, I'll write max and then select the values. So here 745 is the largest value. So I guess it will be returned. Similarly, if I write minimum, the minimum value of the selection will be returned. In our case, it would be 728. Any questions till maximum or minimum?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Now next is count A. So the difference between count and count A is count A will count all the values where we have like entered some sort of value. So what I mean by that is here in Tata Steel, earlier did you see that when I had written beta here, the value changed to 8. But when I am removing beta, the value is changing to 7. So it shows us count A will only count the values where we have entered some sort of values in our selection. And that is the difference between count A and count. Did you got the difference between count and count A? That is the
Sir,
question.
sir, count A takes empty cells also.
Count A doesn't count the empty cell. Rest it will count all the cells which are present. Count will only count the numerical values which are present in our selection.
Okay, sir. Understand.
Okay. I should move referencing here. Okay. Next, I'll pick up date functions. So date functions, as the name suggests, these functions are used over the dates only, or you can say time or date functions only. So the first function for this is date function. So let's say if we have like 3 entries where we had date, month, and year, and we want to make a date out of that. So to do that, we will be using a date function. I'll write date. And here it asks me that the first value should be year. So I'll be first of all selecting year. Second value should be month. Second value I'll be selecting month. Third value is date. So I'll just select date. Once I make these 3 selections and press enter, a date will be coming here. Second part is day, month, or year. So all these functions are again similar to all the functions are, you can say, interrelated. Let's say if we are like interested in extracting date or month or year from date, At the moment, let's say we are interested in extracting only month. So what I'll do is I'll write month and then select the date. So once I do this, 01 should be returned back here. So 1 is returned. Let's say if we were interested in extracting day. So I'll write day and then enter. So date is returned. Let's say if I'm interested in extracting year. So only year will be returned. Any questions till the date, day, month, year part?
No doubt, sir. All clear.
Okay. Next is today function. So today, if we'll write today, today will return the date of today, that is 3rd of May. Now, next is now function. Now we'll return the time as well as the date when we are like using that function.
Sir, is it taking automatically?
Yes, it is taking automatically from the system.
Okay, sir.
Next is time function. So similar to date, let's say if we had 3 columns where we had time in hour, minute, and second, and we wish to make time out of that, then we will be using time function. So is equal to time. First of all, I select hour, then minute, then second. Once I make the 3 selections, time will be made out of those. I'll just take a pause. Any questions till today, now, and time?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Next part is weekday. So weekday, as the name suggests, it will return you the weekday of the date which you are selecting. Let's say if we are interested in getting the weekday for 3rd of May, what I'll do is I'll write weekday and then select the date. Since today's Monday or Tuesday, today's Tuesday, 3 will be returned. The value starts from Sunday as 1, Monday as 2, and so on till Saturday. Saturday will be 7 basically. So Tuesday is 3rd and 3 is returned here. Similarly, if we are interested in getting to know which week of the year is running, since we have like 52 weeks in a year, we want to know which week of the year is running. So for that, we have week number function. Again, I'll write week num, select the date, and then press enter. The week number which is running based on the date selection will be returned. Got these 2 functions?
Yes, sir. Sir, is it weak name cannot take automatically?
Sorry.
Sir, weak name syntax,
Yes.
it can't take automatically, sir.
Automatically, by automatically, what do you mean?
Means for today it will taking automatically.
Yes. Oh,
For
no,
week
no,
name also is it taking?
no. So let's say, okay, so when you are like using any of the functions, the function will automatically tell you what you need to use. So here in today, we don't have anything coming in the brackets. So we don't need to enter anything. Similarly, when we use week number, can you see we have like 2 things coming here, serial number and return time, which is optional, which we are not using. So serial number is basically the date on which we want to get the week number. So at the moment, let's say I just took this function. So 12th of January. So it would be like at max coming in 3 weeks. So this was the second week of the year. So you have to tell it which date it is comparing, or on the basis of which date we should be getting week number. Does that answers your question? Hello.
Sir, I have messaged one, sir. Can we try it, sir?
Yes, it is possible. So we can do that. We in a way have done the same thing here only. Week number. It is
Mm,
the same thing only which we have like done here, because
okay, sir.
here I have used today function only. Okay, so the last function and the last thing for today's class is network days, though I'm not sure whether you will be using it or not, but just for the sake of knowledge, network
Okay,
days
sir.
will return us the total number of working days between two selections. So a simple example for this is, let's say if we are interested in getting to know how many working days are between 1st of April till 3rd of May, what I'll do is I'll use network days function. So here also the definition tells us returns the number of whole work days between two dates. So once I do this, I'll just select the start date, then I'll select the end date and then close the brackets. It will return me how many days we have like work between the 2 days. Any questions till the date part or the date functions?
No doubt, sir. Clarified.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Okay, so I guess we'll like stop here only, rather than